But if the truck is passing with no much of the mayhem, everything is set forward. The truck is passing. So right now, the materials to the site are ready to go. And a little bit of it is to say that is the achievement. So this is the sugar, and the brown sugar is down there. That is it. So that's the brown sugar, and you can see there. And that's the fact. The Mwango site is here. Making the materials are just coming down. This is the site. This is the site. And the construction is going on. The road is passing, and everything is possible at this ground. And I have to make it happen. That is it. The absolute way of handling much of the matters. Mambo. The absolute way of handling matters is whereby we stand still, we make it happen. Despite the most morons, despite the challenges, we have to stand firm. If we don't stand firm, we have a long way to go. And that is it. Mbuyoro Koroboki. Mama Tumugesi is there. Hi. Are you good?
I am good.
Fantastic. So I'm gonna be passing here to understand, because I think the fence was placed, and talk about the staffs here. And he did it well, as I'm gonna be reporting what has been taking over the position here. They're strong enough. I think so. Exactly. Buddha. They are very strong enough. Uko chonjo? Yeah. So Murimi's toilet is there. It's being built. It's just being plastered there. That's the nature. But what are we looking? This is a little bit crazy. They are making it happen. But I think now the road is good to go, and everybody can just use it, because they have solved much of the matters. And I think everything is solved here, as the trucks are now passing, and I think there's no much of the chaos again. That is what we need, whereby there's no much of the chaos coming from different sides here. Because if there's much of the chaos again, it brings us backward. The progresses we wanted to happen to, or you wanted to do, they decline. So you'll not do the way you propagated it to be done. This is the highway they're using here. And what I can say is, you understand now the case is in court. They are told that whenever you want to travel, you'll not travel again. Now you'll have to wait until the case is done so you can go. Or you leave it, there's no much of the witnesses, and go. So it's absolutely from your own mind thinking. How are you going to be doing it? At which rate? At which moment? So at that position, they have to learn things. And the little kicker, again, when you think about you have to solve everything using power and much energy. One day, a safari ant will ever get onto your testicles and start biting you, you will understand to solve things politely. I don't know if you'll pagasha, I don't know. That's the point they will take. That solving problems politely is a good manner. A little kicker for them. At the real point, the road is moving, and there's not much of the mayhem. Right now, I've not had it, because it's one-on-one from the village right now to understand. How is it? How it's gonna be? But everything is straightforward. I think this is where the problem was. It's just solved a little bit. So a little bit, I want to be waiting for the road to come, the truck, to see how it's going to be passing. Is it going to be interfering again, or it's still going to be on its course? Because there's a warning that was given out. If you attempt again, things going to be falling apart. So what is meant here? And already things are just happening. Let's wait for that kind of the moment. We check, we see, and this is what we need: harmony, peace, whereby everything should be done accordingly, and everything should be done in a very fantastic way. And solidizing things is a better thing for understanding each other. If you don't interfere with them, there's the gate here. If you don't interfere with them, there's not much of mayhem. And where is the mayhem coming from? The use of power, misuse of money. That is the absolute way. But if the truck is passing with not much of the mayhem, everything is set forward. The truck is passing. So right now, the materials to the site are ready to go. And a little bit of it is to say that is the achievement. Just a small thing, it is causing much of the problems from A to Z. Think about it. Very simple, and you can make it happen. But they want to use so much force to apply. It doesn't work that way. A little kicker for them to learn the lesson. Now they're absolutely thinking about what is the case for. Already, it's too late. Keep it tuned. Guys are still from the village. Rocio, she's not back home. She is in Mombasa, and she is getting her own life. And she has said that coming back, it's under a correctional way and until further notice. So still under this kind of the position, I got to be saying that things are still not working proper. At which extent, how is it working? Because how the things happened up to date, you understand, even if the river is no longer at the site, is still under apologetic way of apologizing to make sure they're going to be allowed, so he can just continue with his own way at the villa. But at this moment, things are still crooked. Things are still not good handled. So right now, I think Maro is now a senior bachelor again, and I think he's not doing what is not necessary. So they are just putting the road again because it is messy. Oh, it is so messy here, and they're just still pumping it to make sure that it's going to be so fantastic here for the parcel here, because the road is still having some chaos here a little bit, but it's going to be handled properly as everything going to be so fantastic. Serious. So guys, they're just maintaining still the road, and it's still under correction to make sure that everything going to be passing here very fantastic. Still, that's the way I ever talked about. I'm always using it. I'm coming from the fish ponds there, and I'm always using it. So whenever I see the boys, they are going to be leaving them with something small, so you can just continue having that kind of a morale of working very much better and fantastic there. So this Esquire going to be talking about that is the way forward, and development has to be developed, and everything has to go forward. As far as everything is in concern, I know from the internet, much of the people, they are watching one-on-one, and also making sure they're going to be vibing with Gintu to understand what really is meant here. Because even Gabi Vash is still in Mombasa, whereby I told you that, you know, this kind of the story that Bushman dude told Gabi Vash that he has some hotels in Mombasa during their own seduction time. And it reached at that time that now they talked about, okay, now you're talking about how it's gonna be So how is it going to be handled at this kind of the moment, and how are you going to be handled at this kind of the way? So the fact is one, that they're now in Mombasa relaxing because much of the funds are coming from Rosio's home, and that is it. But Rosio is talking about how she was just talking, because even leaving the home, much of the people don't understand how she left the home. Rosio left the home in a way that at night, during the day, because she had been denied that she has not to take the vehicle so I can drive her to town, so as she can just take 2-3 things for her own shoppings. And the road was messy. Talk about it was slippery, and also it had rained, so it was so bad conditioned. So at that time, Rosio forced Githiriba to do it. And you saw Githiriba talking about it's only God who knows how it will be. But it's a mess of, talk about the popularity and also the celebrity. Everybody wants to talk about this kind of the thing. But Maro doesn't want to allow it, to handle it, because he's a man. It's a way that the way the Congrats dad is there and is not in YouTube. The Congrats mom is in YouTube. So they start talking about, hey, there's somebody who wants to do this and this and then this. And now because you're going to be having money, you're going to be ruthless, and you want to act not perpendicular to the regarding of your husband and the laws that are governing you and your own house. So that is what is bringing much of the conflict, whereby you saw at night there was so much of disruption, and even the video how Maro came out talking about when we will not see it even in his channel, know that things are bad condition. So at that X-Square, we come fully to fully support ourselves and talk about that is the way that it has been handled, in a way that we have to be careful at whatever we are just doing. That is our job. And when I talk about a job is a job, much of the people think about when you are employed, it's a permanent thing that you have to understand that, oh, you know, you have been employed, you are going to be doing this, you're going to be doing this. One day you're going to be told that it doesn't belong to you. The home is not belongs to you. At that Esquire, you have to understand that kind of the program how it runs. At this kind of the time, that's the point now we're going to be underlining, talk about the underlined, that during the day now, it was a mess, and you understand Maro, whenever he starts complaining, he doesn't finish complaining. He will talk the whole day. Like you'll think about he's an insane person, but he's a normal guy, but he will be talking messy and messy and messy at that kind of the position. That is the way forward. So talk about Gake is back because Githiriba has been Mambo has been terminated a little bit from the duties. It's not that he has been fully chased away, but he has been terminated a little bit for the section. It's the report that I'm coming out from the villa there to understand how it is and how the program is running. Right now, talk about Gake is now taking over the game again, and is now working with the Githiriba one-on-one to make sure that he's going to be squeezed and be brought very closer to the villa and make it happen. And another point is when the day now reached, talk about much of humiliation. The show was given so much humiliation from each and every corner. I talk about abuse in terms of being hit like Cherokee drums. You understand, when I was there, I ever checked whenever Rosie was being hit, she always turns into red. You can see the face going to be turning to red, and she's going to be becoming like red. And from brown to red, you understand. So at that point, now she was thinking about, we are the same people coming together. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you. So, at the point now, she thought about that, okay, this kind of the things are coming on our own supports. Talking about it's in the courtesy of Maro and me. Why is he humiliating me? Why couldn't I use something fully that I have freedoms and right to occupy this kind of the thing? So that's why Maro is complaining about this kind of the ladies becoming too much. He wants to control everything. And that's how Maro dealt with her perpendicularly per unit time and Esquire handling her chicks the way possible until they were redded in a way that you will think about it's tomatoes and some paste are just pasted in her own cheeks. So at that time when Maro just left in the morning, she had packed already the things and she moved on. And what is now coming out is Maro himself said that she has to leave and she has nothing to do with her. If she thinks about she's going to be coming, she will come. If she doesn't think, she has to go that way. So from the point from the video right now, much of the talk about, oh, Gintu, who brought brought you this kind of the information. The information has to be there because I'm the village report and I have every kind of the information from A to Z at this kind of the point. But what is now being handled and how we can just handle this kind of the matter is that we have to think critically and solidize much of the things critically in a way that are we going to be handling much of the matters regarding the temper or regarding on how he is. So much of the things I knew it is going to be happening because how this kind of the people are living, and they are not living in a way that much of the people talk about, oh, Maro going to be having a villa, going to be having a massive. Right now, he is not enjoying, he's stressed. Even talking about going to be going to court, much of the things are just happening ABCD. It's in a way that they are just scared and is just having stress and the mortality rate is high. What I can urge him is, I know there are much of the people talking about, yeah, it's going to be happening that way, but we're going to be solidizing it this way and this one. But that's the life. So he has to understand it. Right now, he's a senior bachelor. I think about much of the ladies here now eyeing forward, talk about the sausage girl. She's still in Abuhanse, eyeing forward to know that one day she'll just go back to the video because she's the one who launched it before even the doors could be put there. So including Gitriba was a guard, or talk about Gitriba was a soldier at that kind of the position. So that is the movement. What we need is getting forward and understanding ourselves. But understanding ourselves is sometimes a problem. And understanding this, talk about a person you have not been into the same village, talk about you have never been at the same position. Savi, bro. Yeah. Thank you. So that's Mayuguno. And much of the people doesn't know that people are friends. It's only that the camera is becoming a problem. So people have to understand it. Even when I was speaking to Marwa, it's not that some people will take it as, oh, Gindu was talking to Marwa and they're going to be going back. No. It's in a way that he knows the humanity. He knows that this is how it is. And I say this, and much of the people will take it to the bank. Marwa is not a bad person. And he understands. But the person who is contradicting and bringing all the messes and the chaos is the Congrat mom. She's a church woman, but she's a woman who is very, very egonetic in a way that she cannot think about other people ever progress. She thinks about she's the one who was born in a very horrible background. She thinks about she's the one who has been threatened and handled in a pogromatic way with the Congrats dad up to the point. So she's taking everything in a surface and resurfacing everything that you think about her. She's the one who is handling everything. Right now, Mwango, she was staying at the villa. What has she done? And she's now staying at her own compound. It's because of the wrangles. The Congrats mom doesn't need Rocio. The Congrats mom is a woman who will never settle with anybody's wife, including, you can see Lady J is changing like clothes, taking them from one vehicle to another, and that is their life, and that's how it is. They will never accept. Even Rocio, it was a God anointment. During the party, she came as she's coming as a visitor. If she could come in with intentions, because even the Congrats mom went and she thought about her, she's just a very nyashed lady. And when she reached there, she found that Rocio was flattened as a tire. She became disappointed. But the only thing is they have to understand. And also, talk about the Mwango doesn't like the sausage girl, because of the nyashes, because she will become a very good nyashed in that compound, and she will be getting much of the things that are so proper in a way that she's now more nyashed than the Mwango also. So she has to get that kind of a way. Talk about when the other lady, talk about she was calling herself Tina Maroa. When she came at that position, she was so bright. And right now, I've seen the Mwango right now. She's now blackened. What's happening? What's really happening? Things are changing. And that's the point we're ever talking about. Let us not intimidate others thinking about the money will stay forever. You might be a lady and God used you at that point. Whoever is getting such kind of the condition. Talk about whoever is going there for a shout out. Is being told that, oh, A, B, C, D. People are chased like dogs in a mosque. In a simple, relaxing way. In a simple, horrific way. I see some of the cows coming here, and they look like bad animals here. I have to get that one. I don't know. But the fact is one, guys, I won't be telling much of the people that I tell people that life sometimes is so complicated. Life sometimes is challenging. And that is the fact. And we have to understand it properly from one position to another. In a way that we have to understand people are farmers here. Kusuka chile. Inagonga. Very big cows here. And that is the movement, guys. So we have defects in our families. We have defects in every kind of the corner. But right now, much of the people are triggering. Oh, can you let Rusio come back? Oh, Maro, right now, how are you living? So it's something that's so humiliative, and Mwango talked about Rusio, so that it was so humiliative at that point. And she talked about, no, I will not stuck at this point of the position. I have to do something better. I have to go on my own. Let me do my own things. Right now, she's in a beach, sleeping, relaxing. Put the nyashes up, using the sand as like a clay bath, and making it happen. They're now relaxing and enjoying. The mama, the Vas Gabi, she's not right here, and they're now using their own money. Talk about now the sponsors are now sending money to Rocio like something else, because she's having the baby, and she went. And when Maro came, she found that Rocio has left, and who took him out? And who came with a motorbike? That's what the question is still Maro asking about. He doesn't know that Githiriba was used in terms of also the transport. So Maro talked about now Githiriba is taking 2 charges, talking about he has taken orders from where it's not necessary, and also he has taken out the Rosios, which is Maro's wife, out of the compound. So there's a complication and complicative things that are going to be coming out from that kind of the villa. So keep it tuned. Let's relax and see how the vibe is coming still. Keep it tuned. Hello, internet. Welcome back. Let me say this. When we have... Vipi? Uko chonjo? Safi. Let me say that this is just like a kicker of the day as you're going to be starting this video. Look at how the environment is. Look at how you're going to be keeping yourself in touch to other people from one section to another. You might think about you're going to be having everything, but there are some of the things that you'll never have. There's a time you'll have everything, whatever, materials, but there's something small that you'll not be having, and you'll have to go and ask for somebody. What do I come to this kind of the later of today? Is that look at right now, they're just grazing from Ernesto's land, which is Ayamaro. And that is a beneficial of him. His cows are taking the grazing from other people's lands. The same time, they're arresting the owners of the same lands they're just grazing. Sometimes we have to think, rethink, how to think. Look at this kind of the scenario. Look at this kind of the equivalent way, in this way. Mwango is there complaining and arresting part of the family members who sold and where they bought the land where she is constructing. Talk about her own D villa. At the same point, what they are claiming up to right now and bringing chaos to this kind of the family is whereby the whole plot, the whole of this kind of the plot, nobody has his own title deed. So the question is one, when she is building her own villa, whereby the first materials, talk about when you are going to comply to be given a BQ and a plan, you are told, is that land yours or the land is bought? And if it's bought, do you have a title deed? Can somebody send my kicker from somewhere? So all the complications are coming so as they can get their own title deeds, and they're using the boy to cause mayhem which is Murimi, so as everybody they talk about, I want a boundary. I want this kind of the section that I want my own title deed at this section. I want the title deed of the other section, every person to be given. So as they can come out with the title deed. Maro himself here, he doesn't have a title deed. Because there's no title deed of the whole plot. It's only a survey that even that's kind of the survey, it's already hooked up, as Ernesto told us, that the Congrats dad took that kind of the survey from one of the fathers here and went and did whatever he did. And now the survey is reading on his name. Whereby when they're going to be getting a title deed of the whole plot, he has to be called so as he can go there and give out that number as the plot is his. Can somebody read something? I'm reporting live what and where is the mayhem coming from. And I've been going to the right point so as everybody could get how it could be done and how it should be done. So right now when the surveyors, the engineers, they have never come to the Mwango site. Because when they will arrive here, right now they are using handouts to cool them down. But imagine now, they start getting the plot to separate it, because it has not been separated. Everybody to knows that this is the, everybody was talking about, okay, this is where I reach, yes. This is where I reach from here to here, yes, put a boundary. So what it comes, that somebody ate more than the other. So the land will be squeezed. And you find that the Mwango's villa is falling to somebody's plot. Do somebody get me? And now you will be told, demolish the villa down, and you will be asked, when you were starting this kind of the foundation, you wanted to build this kind of the villa here. Why couldn't people tell you about, do you have a title deed? Why couldn't you have a title deed? So when you see the mayhem is in this village, it's why there's no title deeds. There's hookups between the fathers. There's handouts that's making people to feel that when I'm given small thing, it will bring much of the things. So this is a kick I'm giving to them. I'm not attacking anyone. Because even right now, things fall apart. I'm going to be told that this villa is falling onto somebody's land, or you are required to quick or get out of the plot. Nobody has a title deed in the whole of this section. If somebody can get me, can get me. So when you see everything is happening, jailing is there, fighting is there, mayhem is there, jealousy is there. It's because how are we going to sustain ourselves so as we cannot be attacked? It's on their own benefits. So where is the doubt? Where is the verdict? Doubt, where is the verdict doubt? It's in a way that they should sit down as a solution. Chris the Great said it, that we should look for a solution. Getting all and each kind of the humanitarians who are here, the fathers, the children, have a section of a Harambe somewhere. Sit, everybody to give out his own thoughts, her own thoughts, from every party. What is causing A, B, C, D? When right now we can talk about, when right now we say that the father to Ernesto or Ernesto comes and talks about, I don't want this kind of the cows to be at this kind of the position. What will they do? They'll start talking about, oh, you know, it's only grazing, it's whatever. But they're benefiting from it. So at this point, we depend on itself at any time. Let us not take the far point of talking about this party should behave this way, the other party should behave the other way. No. This is a kicker of the day. And to improve everything to come out, is everybody to put his own ego down. If ego will not be placed down, we have a long way to go. Talking about everybody is talking about, I have this kind of the money. The other party talks about, we have this kind of the money. Now it will be wasting money, wasting resources that can benefit or bring a change in a several space. But now you have to fuel a Mercedes-Benz, you go to the court, come back. Is that a benefit? Then you come back, you lose it. Look at this point. People should look at the various, talk about the far broad point. And the point is this. When you are doing your own things and you find that you are now put in a horizon where your work is to wake up and think about today I have a case in this police station. Tomorrow I'll be having the other case in that police station. Tomorrow I'll be in this court. For how long? Better you sit down, relax, do your own things, solidize these small things. Because every party is right. When you hear from this party, you say that these people are right. When you hear from this party, you hear these people are right. So who is right? So they have now to cause mayhem and chaos at that specific point. And let me say this another point. Right now, you have heard about, there were so many arrests talking about the Congress that were taking advantage of taking people to the jail, beating people, and nothing happens. Including he came to threaten me of shooting me. And he thinks about it's a no-go zone. But the point is one. The people who are being arrested are people making liquor. And I said it one day. As we are talking at this point, he's making brown sugar for making liquor, which is illegal up to when you should have a valid point from the police station. But do they have it? It's because they are inside, whereby there are no much of the people to talk about. That's how it could be. That's how it should be. But the little point we have to put is, there is a problem. And the problem, we should solidize the problem as we make it happen. The little kicker, they should understand. And this is coming from me, Ginto, as a fact. Because when I engage in corruption, I defend it. But when the corruption is not with me, I see other people are benefiting, I become bitter and I become jealousy about it. To the Esquire, everybody is allowed to do whatever is necessary. They have to sit down, solidize, think, put their thoughts together, come to a conclusion. Because now the village is behaving like children. Even children are now put as a mixture to the fathers. Imagine you can go and beat a father. Yesterday I saw people talking about, we went to the court yesterday. I was with Mogesi, I was with Ernesto inside the court. And at that point, the first point I say, people started talking about why did Mogesi and Ernesto ran and left me? Not everybody is stable as Gintu. Not everybody is able to be humiliated, to be done whatever, but my point has to come out. That's what much of the people should get. That I don't surrender until my own legacy and dignity of what I want to do is fulfilled. So when they went away, it's because of the fear. and a little bit because they had some of the wrangles. You understand? You can never know. We have very stupid-minded people. You can never know their intention, at which value, at which moment. But to understand the legitimate way, how are we going to be holding this? Then after there, people started talking about why did Ernesto accompany the group to the court whereby it's his brother was beaten. And when the judge asked, where did the fight happen? To the boy beaten or to the accused? They say that the fight was at the accused. Point number 2. When Ernesto was there, and it's like you beat your father, are you going to be in that position of defending the person who has beaten your father, even if it's not the blood father, but it's like your father? Will you bear with the circumstances? An impromptu. So Ernesto was about to hear, what is it? Because every party was there. Who told you that we went to the court to understand from the other party, but not the other one? No, that's a defect. If you go to the court, it's that way. Guys are back again after all the mosmirons of the day. Now we are just departing a little bit and making sure that the security is safe. Everything is happening to be cool in the environment and every kind of the square. At this point, now rushing a little bit home to do some 2-3 kind of logistic things so as I can just handle much of the things how they're gonna be. So at this point here, I can just talk about I understand right now much of the people are going to be having much of the pinpointment of talking about ABCD. So right now, about much of the people are talking about going to be so careful. And the carefulness that they're going to be talking about is understanding ourselves and understanding the way we have to make it happen. Because every time, every then, we have to go forward. Basi amekuja. Haya. So as far as everything is concerned, we have to get forward, and because there's so much of the threats, they're talking about threatening, and also talk about yesterday, because when the case was coming out, I heard Mwango talking about this case should be just taken down, and they open a new file of threatening her to kill her. So at that Esquire, I can just say that it's a way of manipulating and a way of frustrating the society people, the community people, so they can just fear that, oh, again, we're going to be getting in. So as their own rule of law, that they're going to be governing themselves. It cannot govern all the people, no. It cannot govern everybody, no. Everybody has his own way of handling matters. Every kind of the possibility. Every possibility is there. Every possibility is there. It's us to understand at which point, which way are we going to be holding it. Chris the Great.
Chris the Great here,
one-on-one, bro.
Wait. I've got so many very subscribers.
Subscribers that have come, bro.
They're running.
They are running.
Hey.
So right now you are in?
Okay, right now I've checked. I'm 750.
750. And we are still moving.
Hi, thank you so much.
You can have yourself a shout out, man.
I'm Chris the Great, 990.
Yeah.
Keep on subscribing.
Thank you, bro.
Many amazing content are coming.
Amazing.
I'm rushing to the Shamba.
Yeah.
Continue with the job. I'll see you later.
Thank you. Nice time, bro. Exactly. Chris the Great. Support Chris the Great and make it happen. He's so enthusiastically nice talking about you have supported very nice, and also subscribing, liking and sharing at a way that is so thankful. So he's a person who is handling much of the steps of Getangita and also Obasa, and is the one who is being used to make sure that everything is just getting forward. So at this point I can say that it's a way of movement from one position to another position, from every position to another position, and making it happen. Safi, that is the way forward. So the way is understanding itself and knowing what are we really doing and how we're going to be doing it. It's not a matter of asking that, oh, because of this, because of these ones. And that's why now we are losing the village. That's why we are losing the community. That's why we are losing our aptitude. We are losing our dignity. Everybody will be checking about, oh, this kind of the people are looking in Nyabuhansa. Am I going to be, I was having an intention to go to Nyabuhansa. Right now everybody's talking about, no, I cannot just head to Nyabuhansa because it's something which is so weird. And everything is just not working as properly as it had been put to the forum to go. And that's something that we can just handle it one-on-one, not a matter of police, but because the police are becoming too much at the section talking about, oh, whenever it happens, A, B, police station. Whenever it happens, A, B, police station. Safi, how are we going to be solidizing that one? It's via understanding ourselves and understanding what are we at which rate. And that is the only way forward. If you're going to be making it happen, we will. And Joizo, Safi, Safi, coming to the car wash here a little bit. Put it water. Talk about putting water here and making sure everything is so fantastic. So keep it tuned. Back again to the Esquire. Keep it tuned.